Hello, we are Mike and Joe, and welcome to our behind-the-scenes look of our short film, Nettles.
Now, if you haven't seen the film yet, then make sure you go and watch that, because this will be full of spoilers. Nettles is based on a poem by Vernon Scannell, also called Nettles, and because we were basing it so closely on this poem, we decided that it should be narrated all the way through. So if you have seen the film, then you'll be quite familiar with the poem because you will have heard it.
All the imagery for the film came from the poem itself, from our points of view of it, and what we got from it. So yeah, enjoy the behind the scenes. Yeah. Here is a potential field for a scene in our Nettles film. The only problem is there's the train track.
I like it because the grassy bits, like dead yellowy colour, so it looks like it's very harsh. And that's what we're looking for, really. It's already got kind of some trees as well, because we kind of want the trench to be just beyond the trees. We've got some shots at the common to shoot around trees. I think this will be kind of the fields, this field and maybe the next kind of couple of fields, going to be the battlefield area. It could be all our side because it's focusing on our character, so we don't really need the whole field. Otherwise you might have to go like up a ladder or a helicopter or something, and I'm not too keen on flying.
So when shopping for the costumes and props for the film, we're actually quite fortunate to find local shops that were war and navy shops, and they had lots of old war memorabilia and recreation outfits and like bits and pieces like bullet cases and various like uniforms as well.
So we were able to find enough of the bits of the costume that we needed to, but then we were stuck looking for a gun, and because we wanted the gun to not look out of place, we needed to find one that would fit in, that was perhaps from the right era. So we were just looking around a shop, not expecting to find anything, and then eventually, hanging from the ceiling of all places, was this old-looking gun. And we thought, well, that looks perfect.
And we were very lucky that the shop owner was such a nice gentleman that he allowed us to borrow this said gun. There's the cat, the famous shop cat. Meow. The shopkeeper was a very nice man, and he really helped out when it came to shopping for all these bits and pieces we needed.
Odd bits like straps for the belts, he could help us out with as well.
So here you can see me sanding the gun, as the paint that was currently on the gun would refuse the spray paint. So I had to sand everything before painting it with this black colour, and I used the black as well here to add some sort of like black wash. Gave it like an old rustic effect. Here's the fake leg, just scaling it up on myself.
Spare pair of trousers with one leg, as this is going to be a leg that will be battered and tattered. We obviously can't batter and tatter a real actor's leg, so this is what we're using instead.
We did a couple of test shots with the leg, so here just making sure that it looks like a real leg.
And you can fit it in the frame easily and create that illusion that it is the actor's leg. We also spent a lot of time scaling and altering the uniforms to make them fit perfectly, as we definitely wanted the actors to feel comfortable and be able to move around in the costumes for a long period of time.
You feeling okay there?
Yeah, just sitting down, you know. Got some crisps.
Oh, hi, Mike.
Wait!
Oh my god!
Just an overlay look at all the costumes and pieces. We got it all gathered ready and laid out so the actors could just put them on and off we go. ready to film.
Hey,
Nice in his
how's it
pants.
going?
I've just stung myself. That's hilarious.
Nettles! Nettles!
Do you want to do just one more? But like maybe put more shadow in.
Yeah,
But
so
the boot,
more of a
the boot
loom.
should come in first, and then followed by the shadow. So you definitely know that someone's treading on his hand. Then the shadow comes in.
Okay. Right. Is that possible now?
Yeah. Good. Thank you, Alex.
I've had a really good time so far. Mike and Joe have been very good at what they're doing. Mike and Joe have gone into lots of detail to explain our backgrounds and how that's important to understanding the character.
Did Mike and Joe ask you to shave your facial hair?
They did, but I refused because I like my beard too much. That suits me.
I agree, it does suit you. But it's supposed to be 12.
So we did a lot of travelling throughout the shoot, from location to location. So what we did was we made sure everyone shared the load of all the equipment and their own bags as well, just to make it fair and to make it a lot easier to move from place to place. But what we also suggested was that everyone double up their socks, especially those who were in the army outfits, because the boots really rubbed at your feet, so doubling up the socks just gave it a little bit more protection from the blisters.
Action!
And
Accidents
action.
do happen, let's just say that.
Oh,
Yeah, it's very painful by the looks of it. But
Oh.
after that incident, we were much more cautious.
Look at that. Looks pretty grim. Pretty bad. That's all done with this. Salt dough and syrup blood. And action. And they both died. Oh, James, a Belvita.
hi. How do you think today's shoot went?
I think I went very well. We got a lot covered. Well, all of what we needed to get covered we did. So it's a pretty productive day.
Yeah, fantastic day's work today. Got everything done. There was something like, well, there was double the amount to do today than there was yesterday. Got through it in a timely fashion. Sticky would be probably the word of the day. Can't wait to go and wash my hands now. The tent's running away. Yeah, can't wait to go and have a shower.
It's important to keep your actors fed and happy. Shut up, Alex. In the trenches. Or old dried up river. It's time for everyone to have some water, I think. There you go, there's your water. It is crucial to keep sexy young men like Alex and James hydrated.
Moisturize me! Bang! That's a wrap!
Editing starts with a cup of tea and ends with crying, but eventually tears of joy. It took much longer than production, as you might be surprised to know. We made a rough cut and moved that around, made another rough cut, played with that some more, added in temporary audio tracks just so we could get a good idea of the rhythm of the edit, until eventually we started narrowing it down to a final cut. And in that stage, we started gathering the real sounds, so that's the real score, but also the real narration as well.
Editing was probably the hardest part, just because it was so spread out and time consuming. Hours spent cutting and pasting. Here we are recording the poem with voice actor David Thomas, who's a fantastic man, and he has a beautiful voice, as you all should agree. So that's it for the behind the scenes video.
We hope we've given you a good insight into the process we went through, and thank you all for watching.
Now go watch our film.